What is good YouTube, Ollie King here, back with another MK1 discussion video. Today I'll be giving my final predictions as to what we may see in the game, ranging from cameos which will actually appear in the story, predictions on future invasion seasons, and lastly story mode plot points and casualties. First up, the cameos that will show up in the story mode. Starting off with Sonya. Yep, you just can't have Johnny Cage without Sonya. And you also can't have Sonya without Jax, meaning we'll get a healthy portion of Special Forces characters in the story mode, which I know everyone adores. Though from the clips we've seen, only Johnny can be seen hanging out with the Earthrealm Protectors, most likely meaning that the Special Forces only get 1 or 2 chapters this time. Another cameo which is a no-brainer is Serena. In Astra's bio it says that she distanced herself from her demon side and is now fighting for good, angering her demonic sisters in the process, one of them possibly being Serena. This would make for a great dynamic of good versus evil, and would give both characters so much needed development. I won't mention the cameos we have already seen in the story, such as Kung Lao, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Motaro, and Chameleon. But one more cameo which I suspect will play a part in the story is Shujinko. I know Ed Boon himself has denied it, but we do get a pretty convincing dialogue between Liu Kang and Kung Lao, possibly debunking this claim.
Why did you not heed Raiden's warning?
I thought I could train Shujinko alone.
This alone wouldn't make much sense if it wasn't shown in the story, so it's a safe bet that we'll see him. Plus a certain someone might be manipulating the villains this time around, so it would make sense for him to make an appearance. Now onto the plot points and casualties of the story. Starting off with Havoc partnering up with Quan Chi. Havoc doesn't look like a thinker to me, so it makes sense that he would need a brain to assist him and help him achieve his goals. Though Quan Chi has a reputation for double-crossing his allies in the past, such as the time he left Shao Kahn for Shinnok in MK9, though I suppose it may have been due to Shao Kahn's death. I don't think Havoc will necessarily die, but will most likely end up in a weakened state by the end of the story mode, after facing off with Astra and then being betrayed by Quan Chi, just like in the MKX comics. Now, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Smoke are very odd cases, as Smoke has stated in an in-game voice line for the Shirai Ryu, meaning he may have left the Lin Kuei to start his own clan. Also, I doubt he'll die or be turned into a cyborg, but who will he bring with him into his new clan? Bi-Han or Kuai Liang? Both are very interesting, as Sub-Zero disagrees with the Lin Kuei's current motives, being to protect Earthrealm, to which he states,
"We settle for defending Earthrealm when we could help lead it."
It is also heavily implied that he despised his father, so it makes sense as to why he'd want to distance himself from the clan. On the other hand, Kuai Liang seems fulfilled with the Lin Kuei as it currently is, meaning he'd only leave if Bi-Han single-handedly changed their ways instead of leaving. In the end, I think Scorpion will go with Smoke, as it has always been this way. Look at MK9 for example. Even though many people are speculating if Scorpion or Sub-Zero will become Noob Saibot in this timeline, I don't think either one will die in this game. They'll just part ways. Let's take a look at Outworld. We have a minor conflict between Empress Sindel and General Shao, who in this timeline are not thirsty for each other. It would be repetitive if Sindel died again and got revived and mind controlled. So I think this time Shao will take the fall. It would make for an interesting change, plus it will surprise everyone. Not only that, but it allows Reiko. I know I talk too much about Reiko, but he was always the underdog in the 3D era, idolizing Shao and living in his shadow. But seeing how loyal he is, Shao's death would anger him greatly and he could become the new general of Outworld's army, even sporting Shao's helmet and axe, allowing him to be taken as a threat for once. Though if I were forced to stop coping, I'd say the complete opposite is gonna happen. Sindel will die once more and Shao will reign victorious. Also, Reiko will probably die to one of Earthrealm's warriors. And speaking of Reiko, I think he will be the story mode unlockable. We first had 2 minor characters in MK9 unlocked by story mode, then the final boss, and then 1 silly rebel. So if someone makes sense, since similarly to Frost in MK11, he hasn't been seen in a while, and he probably won't appear until like 5 chapters in. And last in the story mode department, what might the final boss be? I honestly doubt that it is Kronika, even though she does show up to aid Shang Tsung. I still think there is a bigger threat present, in the form of Onaga. manipulating both Shang and Kronika into doing his bidding. Either that or Liu Kang got drunk with power and we'll get the typical
Enough of your madness! If you must die, so be it!
But role reversed. And lastly, what to expect from the invasion mode. Let's be real, the Scorpion skin in the invasion season is definitely the final reward. The same will probably happen in future seasons, though if I were to guess who they might be about, then I'd say season 2 will be about Dramin, as he has a consistent presence in MK Onslaught, and he will probably never be playable again, and is not very likely for a cameo. And season 3 will either release around the same time as Omni-Man, meaning we'd get a whole load of Invincibles themed skins, or it'll be themed around another MK original character. Maybe Baraka? It would bring some fire skins to the table, that's for sure. A Tarkat Diseased Havoc or General Shao? Sign me up. But yeah, that is all for today's video. God, MK1 is right around the corner and I'm losing my mind waiting for it. Although I gotta admit, I'm really enjoying Power Wash Sim at the moment. Though as of the release of this video, MK1 is only 13 days away, assuming you bought the premium edition. And I really don't like how close those two events are. Also, make sure to check out my Patreon if you're interested in having your name shown at the end of the video. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you did. And see ya in the next one. Peace.